Hey guys, welcome. You're at the Thrifty Journal Shop. I'm Amber. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, hello, I'm so happy you found me. And for all of you guys that keep tuning in, I appreciate you. All right, so I have 3 of the Strawberry Shortcake collection here today. These 3 are reserved, but I wanted to do a flip through of them and then also talk real quick about the other ones. So the other one like this is also reserved, and I will do a flip through of that one in a separate video. I'm going to have 2 of these though, the fabric ones available. So I will have 6 of them in my Etsy shop this Sunday. I'm not sure on the time yet. I will post that probably in my community page and I will do a flip through. They're all set. I just have to sew the signatures in. I have been slowly working on them, making fodder for them, making tons of other fodder. Also, I was house sitting, pet sitting this past week. So that's okay. I've just been slowly working on them and really I've just been enjoying the process. I think that this style of journal and this style of journal are one of my favorites. I love putting together scraps of fabric and I love drawing covers like this. So I've had a request to do some Snoopy themed ones, and Snoopy's like one of my all-time favorite. So I'm going to definitely put that on my plans, and I would love to have some peanut Snoopy ones for Christmas also. So I'm thinking I need to start working on those now. I will flip through this one first. So this was sort of a request. I had shown this book and I wasn't sure if I was going to turn this one into a journal, and then I had some interest for this one. This ended up having 3 signatures. I used the Strawberry and Shortcake and Her Friends, the book, and then I pulled pages from this one and some of the other ones. A lot of those were colored on. And so all of these journals have somewhat of similarity with pages, and I'll just sort of point them out as I go and what I added. I wanted to just say one thing. I wanted to thank Maddie over at Madeline Designs and Sweet Darice, because without them, I wouldn't have been able to do this. They sent me some awesome happy mail, and I so appreciate you guys. Okay, so this one has 3 signatures, and then in each signature, there's 16 pages. So that's 32 front and back. So that should give you 96 spaces to create. And this ended up being about 11 inches and a little over 10. I sewed the book jacket onto the cover and just used a lot of these fabrics that I received and made a fabric spine, and then just added some trim. Here's some really pretty trim here. I had these puffy stickers from Darice, and I added those. So in all of these, I made just these cute little, really easy, simple dangles. It's just a paper clip. You can remove it. And then these are just beads, either that I thrifted or Dollar Tree. These are some of my paper beads that I like to just take my scraps of acrylic and then I just tied it on. So you can move that around. All right, so similarities in here is I made everyone some sort of ice cream cone. So there'll be ice cream cones in all of the journals. I tried to find strawberry shortcake related papers in my cake decorating books. For those of you guys that know me, I love cake books, cookbooks, and the cake decorating ones are just fun. So this looks like, I just found this one. Looks like there's some strawberries here. So I tried to find strawberry themed or summer theme if I could. So you'll get that. This is some paper that I got from Miss Maddie. So I included a couple sheets, or at least a sheet in all of these. I tried to. So this is some wallpaper that I just made for the inside pocket. I added a fabric pocket here. Then there's just a fun mixture of papers in here, sort of like what I like to add to my journals. Very eclectic. I love using bird book pages. And then I believe I added a red envelope to all of these. And so in here is like a pink heart doily. I just folded in half. Then all of these should have some strawberries. So just handmade fodder strawberries I painted or used my acrylic markers. And then just a strip of heart stickers. This some letterhead. I included some fabric trims in here. This is from a really cool craft book. I like the pictures, some 70s book. This is some vintage music paper. Oh, and here's a pocket that I need to fill. I try to fill all my pockets, and you can take things out. You can do whatever you want, but I just like to do that. This is a coloring book that Darice sent me. So there'll be a page of the coloring book. In all of these, I added a vellum pocket, and then I added some type of trim and just sewed it on here. And then all of these, I made a strawberry shortcake house. If you guys remember, like the little plastic figurine house. So I made one for everybody. And then I've got this really adorable bear wrapping paper. And I love bears, and I just thought they were really sweet. So I included a couple sheets of different types of the bear wrapping paper. So that will be tucked in here. I did put quite a bit of wallpaper in here because for those of you guys that don't know, I have lots of wallpaper books. Um, Here's a page from this original book. So some of these pages have some coloring, and so if you don't like that, you could always cover that up. But this was nice because these two pages were not colored on. Wallpaper, some fabric. I included a pink piece of Monopoly money. I love Monopoly money. The coloring book. And then I just added just a painty envelope. This is acrylic paint. And then I really like these paint swatches. You could just turn this into a bookmark, a tag, a journaling card. I mean, you could embellish these. So I included one of them. This is from that craft book. I love all the colors. That letterhead. And then here's more of that another type of bear wrapping paper. It's just so adorable. I thought it was really cute with the pinks and the flowers. And then in these, I included a lot of the wallpaper that I cut down either to make the covers or somewhere in here. So you can use the scraps to collage with, make tags, cards, whatever. And then the bird book. This is the second signature. I got this large coloring book that I think is beautiful. It's got all these flowers, and I love adding black and white pages that you can color. Love this trim here. Some nature theme paper. I did add a ruffle here. I got the crepe paper at the Dollar Tree, and I love the colors and the confetti. So I just ruffled it up for some trim. This is a nature book. These all have construction paper in them. This is from one of the other books I turned into a journal. I believe I put an atlas page. Love all the colors. Some type of wrapping paper will be in here. This is from Darice, I believe. More wallpaper. Here is another book page from one of these books. So you could always cover this up if you don't want to see the coloring, but then I liked how you could, these pages were still pretty in good condition, and so is this page. Trim. This is some stationery that was super thin. So I backed it up on some construction paper, and then I just punched right here. So be careful because this is flimsier paper. So this is a pocket if you wanted to. Nature paper, I just thought it was beautiful. I liked this card here with the rainbow. Just thought it was fun. And then here is just a book page, like a garden book page. And I just made a wonky envelope and added some trim there. So that'll be tucked in there. In all of these, I added some pink lace. I found this lace thrifting, and I've never really been like a lace girl, but for some reason, I love adding lace to my journals, even if it's not really like a lacy type journal, if that makes sense. Like my journals are pretty art journally, but I love lace for some reason. So yeah, I thought that was really pretty. This is from a creative gardening book. I love this page. This is from some type of cookbook with the strawberry shortcake. And then in all of these, I added some type of playing card with some hearts or something in that nature. And then I just tucked another, this is just a security envelope that I just painted. So yeah, you can embellish that, do whatever you want with that. This is from a needlepoint book, some more wallpaper, and then here's another page from the original book. And so, you know, if you wanted to cover that up, and then here's strawberry shortcake. This is some sprayed paper from the other strawberry shortcake book. Here is some stationery, and I just hinged it together with some masking tape. This was this cool craft book that I found, and it just so happened that I found some strawberries. I love the color of it, just looks vintage. This is some sprayed food coloring music paper with some trim, more of the original book page. I love this wallpaper. And then all of these, you're going to get a paper clip with some of the pink lace. So I just tied it, really simple. And then in most of these, I believe I added this pocket. These were some placemats I found thrifting, and I just cut them apart and I sewed halfway around so you have a pocket there. And then if you didn't want that, you could always glue it if you don't like the flap, but I just thought that was kind of cool. And then this is from some sort of vintage cookbook, and there's that paper clip. I love this with the pink. This is from some embroidery craft book, a pocket, some scrapbook paper, and then all of these are going to have one of these cool little gift bags I got at the Dollar Tree. And then I just added this. This is pretty scribbled, but if you wanted to, you know, the cat looks like, you know, the cat still looks like he's okay here. And you know, you could cut out the words. So I just tucked that in there. And then the garden page. And then on the back is another one of my fabric pockets. I made an envelope for all of these. So some of these, I just used the scraps of the wallpaper I was putting in here. And I just sewed it. So you're going to have that little wallpaper envelope. And then here is this napkin from Maddie. And you could decoupage with that. I just added that in there. Really pretty wallpaper. So this is just some blue, and then this is some has some red and blue. So they're different, but I just think it looks really cool like that. And then that's the back of the journal. So I just sewed around all of these. Such cool fabrics. Okay, in this goodie pack, I won't go through all the goodie packs, but I'm just going to give you sort of an idea. So I made custard was the cat, and Pupcakes was the dog. So all of these journals are going to come with Pupcakes and custard. And then here is just a variety of goodies in here. And a lot of this stuff is from Maddie, some is from Darice. I added some stickers that I got. Tickets. Here's a stamped paper bag with a strawberry. Here's some more strawberry fodder. I believe these are from Maddie, these cupcake holders. There's a strawberry. I cut the napkin apart. And then I had this wrapping paper with polka dots I added. Just this was really pretty. I just added a variety of stuff. You're going to have more of that crepe paper, a vintage card, some Dollar Tree paper. Here's another strawberry. This is from Maddie. And then Darice had sent me this fabric. And so what I did was I just cut out a piece of strawberry shortcake. So you can do whatever you want with this. This was off of something that I had, I think the stickers. So I just added that if you wanted to cut out strawberry shortcake. So a lot of the same things in here, but somewhat different. This is just your goodie bag with the journal, but all of them will have custard and Pupcakes and an ice cream cone and the strawberry house, all made by myself. So that will come with that. Okay, so this one has 3 signatures, and I believe that, yes, there's 18 pages in each signature, giving you 36 front and back. So that gives you a total of 108 spaces. And then that's what this one looks like. This is some wallpaper, and I just sewed her on there. And then here is the little dangle that I made just with some beads that I thrifted and my paper beads. You can move that around. Okay, then this is the goodie bag with the cupcakes and custard, and same thing, I've added the wrapping paper, and there's that fabric with strawberry shortcake, and then you just got some of the same stuff in the other bag. So this is your goodie bag. Here's a couple sheets of the stationery, and then I added this little tab here. This is from Maddie. Then the scrap of wallpaper is in here. So this does have front and back fabric pockets, and I used some different wrapping paper, different wallpaper, but the same kind of color here. Actually, I'm going to add strawberry in that pocket back there. Same kind of papers in here. Here's that giant coloring book page. I added that pink lace trim. This is some wallpaper. This is out of one of the hard-covered strawberry shortcake books that I have. Craft paper, garden paper with some trim, some more wallpaper. This is a garden book. I love these colors. This is an embroidery book. And this is a page from the other strawberry shortcake journal. Trim. And then here's that lighter weight stationery, and I backed it up on another piece of stationery and just punched here so you could tuck something in. Love this trim with the red hearts. So you have that page that you could color on. Here's a page from one of the other books, and then there's the strawberry heart that you can tuck in, and then I just tucked in the flash card, and then there's the paper clip with the lace. I thought that was really pretty with the heart. Second signature, I'm just in love with a lot of this wallpaper. I thought that was really pretty. Here is the vintage music paper, the crepe paper trim, garden paper, the atlas, this craft book. I just love it. So sweet. Look at the little boy and the dog. I mean, you could color this if you wanted to. It's just so pretty. This is some sprayed music paper. Then here is the pocket with the hearts, and then I tucked in the wallpaper envelope I made, and then here's the goodie bag, or the little gift bag. I love this trim here with the strawberries. This is from another one of the strawberry shortcake books. So sweet. Music paper, some trim, more wallpaper, textured. This is some of that sprayed paper that I made using a tie-dyed ink, which was a lot of fun. It was super messy. Such sweet paper. I love that. Look at all that cute little trim around there. Atlas, garden paper, music paper, and then here's the red envelope, and then in here is funness. Here's a strawberry card. This is from Maddie. Some stickers, some strawberries, a pink index card, and then just like some of my painty paper, like a scrap. You could use that for collage. Wallpaper, love it. There's a pocket, and then here's just more scraps of the wallpaper that I used in here. That creative gardening page, a bird book page, cookbook. I found strawberry shortcake. Here is just a craft book, and I hinged it here with some masking tape. So this journal is going to someone who says she loves mice. So I added a mouse page in here. Then here's your vellum pockets with the strawberry house. These are all a little bit different, all hand drawn by me. I added some, either this is from Darice, these puffy stickers, or I added just some paper stickers from the Dollar Tree. Construction paper, here's some of that wrapping paper, the coloring book page, the Monopoly money, more cookbook page. This is from some vintage Betty Crocker with the fruit. Love it. I love these embroidery books. And here's more mice. And then I made a wallpaper pocket here and just added some fun Dollar Tree paper. And then there's your ice cream that I made. Garden page. Then I just made another pocket, and then in here just you've got scraps of the wallpaper. Here is one of those pages from one of the books, and then here is some of that wrapping paper. And then I found this strawberry shortcake in my cake decorating. So I added that. And then there's the back, and then there's that card. So that is this one. So still lots of space in here. And that's the spine. Okay, and then here is one of the fabric ones that I made. And here is the dangle there. Love these. This was from Darice. And I have more of these strawberries and some other ones too. So I'll probably make some more fabric journals. So this is this one. This has 3 signatures. Same thing. I think 18, 36 front and backs gives you a total of 108 spot. In here is the same wallpaper that I used. I actually had 2 sheets. So the front and back cover have wallpaper. Here is the strawberry little tab. This is the wallpaper envelope I made. Just a Dollar Tree sheet tucked in there. These are just some fun fabric pockets. I did blue up here with flowers, and then this was some Dollar Tree fabric that I had. Here's your goodie bag with the pup and the little kitty cat, and just some goodies. Okay, and then the first signature, there's that lace on the sprayed paper, wallpaper, the atlas, the embroidery book. This is a craft book that I love with the pictures. I just love how this is black and white and you can color. That pretty trim, some strawberries. Here is a page from one of the books, and then another one of the strawberry shortcake books. This is from some nature book. I love it. I just think it's pretty with the pink and the purple and blue. Strawberry shortcake. So pretty. There's some Monopoly money. There's another mouse. And then I made a another pocket here, and then in here is some more of the scraps of wallpaper from the journals, and then there is the cute little wrapping paper that I added with the bears, and that'll be tucked in there. Here is more wallpaper, and then there is the there's the strawberry that I sewed, and then in here I tucked a painty paper scrap, and then this is from a children's book with mice. I just added that. There is your paper clip with the lace. This is some food coloring sprayed paper. The second signature, construction paper, more strawberries. This is some vintage music paper, bird book. So pretty. Here is the coloring book page. Love this wallpaper. More strawberry shortcake page. This is some vintage stationery with some trim here. The trim is from the crepe paper. Strawberry shortcake. And then this one I added this playing card with the hearts, the blue hearts here. And then there is your ice cream cone. Love that fabric. Here is the red envelope. And in here, you're going to have another little card, and then some strawberries, some stickers, and some fun Dollar Tree paper that will all be tucked in there. Bird book. I love these bird book pages. More cookbook page. Here's your vellum pocket, and then there is your strawberry house. And some more scraps of wallpaper, and then here is a sheet from one of these books, and this is pretty colored on, but you know, you could use the words or use the pictures even. Third signature, here is a cake decorating page. Thought it was pretty with all the pinks. This is that stationery, and I accidentally put it upside down, which was okay. So you have a tuck spot here from the bottom if you wanted to. There's that textured wallpaper. Here is that wrapping paper, that pretty craft paper, the needlepoint book, more music paper. Love that trim. the garden book, more strawberry shortcake, more trims, that fun wallpaper. This is from another garden book. And then here's just a smaller packet, but I just wanted to tuck these in. This is from the cake decorating. I don't think I had any more strawberries, but I just found some fun like 80s cakes that you could cut out if you want. And then there's the back pocket. And then here's the 2 sheets of paper with strawberry shortcake, and then that fun little gift bag. And then I signed it here. I've been trying to remember to sign my journals, guys. And if you don't want to see that, you can always cover that up. Then that's the back. Okay, guys, so those are the 3 journals that are reserved. I will be back within the next couple days to show the rest that will be available on Sunday, July 27th, I believe, and I will let you know the time. All right, guys, I hope you find some sunshine today. I hope you find some creative time for yourself. I hope this gave you some inspiration and ideas. And thank you so much for being here. I'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching.